March 24 order. Confirmation proper notice.
Posted on the 4th of March, according to statutory requirements.
Roll call. Yeah.
Okay, we got Dan, and we got Tom, we got Steve, we got Pat, we got Gus, we got Monica, and we're blessed with 3 owners.
Yes. Very good. Okay.
If I could interrupt, could you send me a list of the current members? We got to get all the committees to do that. I'll send out an email to the other committee chairman, but you know, we always try to update the members.
Yeah, the only one we don't have
Is
here
Benny here?
is Joe Dorr and Paulo. K-O-L-O-F. Paulo. They usually come in on Zoom. But
Yeah.
nobody's zooming.
Nobody coming in.
But I'll get it.
Yeah. All right. Minutes. I know Dan, I don't think he's gonna murder. Yeah, this weekend too. I read them on the phone. Hot tub.
I think we should approve.
My best work.
Right.
Any
Motion from Tom.
motion from Tom second?
I second.
Seconds? Any opposed? All right. Done. That's recently.
Yeah, we just did.
Painting of the second floor.
April 8th start. Letters go out this week to the owners upstairs to provide slight sequence fine. It'll help if they can do them like contiguously, but we've got 4 that have leaks that we want to get done first.
Yeah.
Pat, you're just one of them. We'll probably start in that area. Around.
Did I see something that somebody was not happy with the colors?
One
But
person
nothing
has
changed
said-
for one person.
one person has said that they would like other colors. They think that the terracotta that fit is an eyesore and not matching our colors. I kind of think terracotta is kind of matching the colors.
Right.
This first two after she emailed, and I think she sort of expanded a little bit at that, you know, a lot of her decoration that she has is like the new modern gray that's kind of, you know, in style, and that she was hoping for something closer to that. So I was wondering, just posing the question, if you know, even though I know the contract says that we have one color and it's standard, if maybe residents, we could approve a second or third color and residents could purchase it themselves, if anything like that to try to accommodate people, or
I think we need to keep it
Consistent.
consistent. You know, we're opening the Pandora's box when you do that. Next thing you know, somebody wants pink. And you know. There you go. I knew there was one there. That's my feeling. I mean, anybody?
Agree.
so do
Yeah, we decide what the colors of the outside of the buildings are on this part of the outside of the building.
Okay, well,
That's fine. She seemed to let down.
Well, at least you came and spoke for her, and then, you know,
I don't want to hear that they said. So please continue.
So I assume part of this project is the removal of whatever is.
absolutely.
Yep.
And that's where we'll run into a little issue.
What ones are going to be done that we're talking about?
Just upstairs,
No, I mean, what letters?
all of them.
I know, but you did Pinehurst already.
No.
Oh, you did?
No,
so we did the underneath.
all the structures. We haven't done
You haven't put a coat
finishing.
except for some of the original ones from last year.
This is a waterproof coating to keep the water from getting down and getting back to the structure and
Yeah.
deteriorating.
Electrical issues.
Okay,
They're just popping up.
yeah, we've got scheduled repairs for 4:30, 8:39. And 5, coincidentally, 5:32, 5:38 and 5:39 and pool 5.
Right.
They currently have temporary ground straps, and we've got dates in April. The earliest that FPNL will be able to turn the power up. So that should take care of everything but, next to you,
138.
138 is still, which had to be taken off. We're having that checked with our vendor because our vendor put that in. And no, there was no reason given to us why it went down. And so, Rex Johnson is gonna check into it. He's the
Yeah,
contractor.
Yeah, somebody should get in there because the cover's not even on the
Really,
Yeah.
manhole. Okay,
handle. It's,
alright.
there's water gonna be going in there next. Every time it rains, water's gonna be filling up. the
Okay.
electric box.
And all those wires are hanging out all the time.
There's temporary wires there, they're coming out of their box next door to mine, up to this temporary strap. The temporary strap goes into this hole in the ground, and there's like a manhole cover that's
know.
not covering
I know.
all the wires won't fit in the hole now, it's too much dirt.
What was the initial whatever? They didn't have electricity?
They knocked out half the power in my house after their power went out, because they came and cut my ground wire. When they were
What started
fixing
the
the
whole,
neighbor,
what started the whole thing?
Well, they're old.
their power went out.
They're-
We had a temporary strap,
Wires
when
are
I
just
moved
getting
in,
old
it
and
took a
bad.
year to get it buried, and now there's another temporary strap.
Yeah, lucky for you guys, huh?
They lose what is called a common ground. That's because the wire becomes. gets
45
aged.
years old.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's that part of it.
And if they cut my ground wire and getting this whole thing, but the wire, oh, they cut it when they were trying to. cut the
Are we
neighbor.
only doing them as
Lucky
needed
I'm
or
right,
not having a project going
Right, it's
to,
play on my air conditioner. So it knocked that out, knocked out the.
just as they go, okay?
Knocked out the water heater, knocked out the oven,
Okay.
at least the refrigerator stayed on.
What happens is that in some cases, FPNL has taken responsibility. In other cases, they say they're not part of it at all. So we kind of wait a little bit to hear. And the formal stance from FPNL is that they're responsible for everything to the handhole. And the association did the wiring from the handhole to the meter. The meters, yeah. Sometime though, FPNL said, we're gonna replace it.
Okay,
So we let them go, but you're talking about $3,000 to $4,000 a line. So it would be a very, very big undertaking that may have to be done someday, but right now we're just taking them as they go.
as they go. Now, my next question is, when they go, how long are they normally out? How
Well,
long?
they can put it in immediately. As soon as you call for FPNL, they send somebody out and you get power back within hours.
They have a temporary above ground strap.
So it's not,
It's not days,
No.
months,
okay,
No,
but it is,
days, months to get it.
it's months to get it placed after it's put in temporarily, because
okay,
they're, to get the FPNL, they're terrible.
okay,
And as a matter of fact, when their contractor put in over here in the 300s, 368, I think it was.
Yeah.
They had to come back and tear it out because their contractor didn't do it right. Very strange.
It would be about $2.5 million to do all of them.
I think the ones that FPNL are responsible for, the only thing like we can think of is you get these things in the mail from
Yes.
FPNL to cover your, and it's only a couple few dollars a month. And I think some people just don't realize the association is responsible. Oh, yeah, I better get that covered. And then that's why FPNL covers it. They come and they fix it. You know?
Just making a note. It didn't get on the agenda.
Steve, if that's true, and we can verify it, we probably should pay for everybody to have. It would save us a lot of money, right?
That could be
About $4 times 500
per month.
about 2,000.
per month.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4 per month.
Yeah, so that'd be easily what, 2,000 a month?
Yeah, I could add up too.
Quickly.
2,200 a month, yeah,
Well, how about,
40,000 a year.
how about if we notify our homeowners? I mean, it gets attached I'm sure to your utility
Well,
bill
we
every month.
don't know that that's the case. That's what our supposition is.
Okay,
I think we'd have to, I mean, when they come out and fix it, don't even talk to them because they're saving this money. You don't know why they're there.
Yeah.
You know, they show up like that. They've done 5 of them and we've done about 8.
okay.
So,
You don't wanna,
yeah.
wanna mess
Exactly, we sort of, okay, we'll just keep quiet and see what they fix. Yeah, we wish. I don't think they would do that. But, cause I've looked at it, when I get it in the mail, it'll cover your water and your electric and. Oh, that's not a bad idea, but, oh, that's right, the association will take care of that. Okay, all right. Flooding issues in cluster D,
Okay, we've come up with a plan.
and we did a lot of studying on that,
I guess no one who's impacted is here today,
yeah.
but, and Mr. Garrity went home summer.
Good.
But he let me know that he was leaving and wanted, anyway, behind the west side of D cluster, there's a small alley and it's quite constricted.
Real small.
Obviously, not so small, I can't get through it.
Well,
But
I thought my alley was
Yeah,
thin. This one gets really thin.
anyway, and we've had a series of flooding where the water seems to cascade down there. One of the problems is that the east side of the cluster that backs up the D side is somewhat higher.
The ground is covering their holes that let the water out of their courtyards.
And so water is not only coming this way, it's coming this way. And so we've put a series of pumps in there. And even then, it can get with the 2 pumps and quite a big evacuation system. It's still backing up and getting into people's courtyards. And of course, part of that is the dirt that Steve talked about. There's scuppers or fence evacuating points are clogged up. Bottom line is that after studying it, how many times?
Quite a few.
Mucho times. There is a pump at the north end that is part of the series of pumps that drive everything south. So we're making the decision to turn that around and pump the north pump into that area by pool 2 that's open and be quite low. So that'll take away some water coming down this way. Then we're going to go in and take dirt out. And we can do this all in-house. Jim has already gone and found that we can get a machine that fit in there. We can't put in a backhoe or anything like that. We put in a machine for about $134 a week. That we can not only do that and maybe move some earth and some other pieces we wanted. And so we're going to lower that, and then we're going to put a drain. Yeah, I don't know if I have this here or not. No, I don't, but it only has a 2-inch pipe taking it out now that drains. And we're going to put like a one of those drains that are about 4 inches wide and this deep, countersink it, and it has a covered over it that will take water through the whole thing and take the rest of that south. And we really feel that will do the job. It can be done in-house for minimal expense between the rental and the drainage material, probably a couple $100, 300 at most. And that there's 4 units that get regularly flooded in there. So we think we've solved it in other areas, so we think we can do it here too.
I think the reason most of them get flooded is their gutters come down and they just exit right into their courtyard. And then the water can't get out through the porch because they're blocked up with dirt. So it should.
How about opening those up?
Well,
Well,
that's how we're gonna take the dirt out. Or so much
On the outside,
on the outside, not in.
and so nobody, owner went out there and kind
No, you can't because it's over the years just kind of built up.
of built up,
Yeah.
okay.
It's the whole alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, what do you do with the spoil? You take that out?
Oiled, you mean the
The
dirt?
dirt you remove.
We've had back here, we use it other places.
Cause, unit 701, my next door neighbor, that their back wall, their one eye
Yeah, Jeff went over there and put some material in there
recently.
last week, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're right, when we do keep dirt.
Cause their footing was pretty exposed and actually starting to undermine.
Yeah, I'll check them, but they did call in
Okay,
a service
that's just a
call.
good spot to dump
Yeah.
your oil.
Yeah, no problem, thank you. I'll go check on the 701, but I'm pretty sure he did it.
Okay, I haven't seen it since last week, so it was getting bad.
So anyway, that should take care of their problem. I mean, they may need to extend their gutters further back once that's done, so that it gets back right by their exit holes. Alright. Carport. We've started,
Meanwhile, the good news is
yeah,
we haven't had any flooding this
Yeah.
year. But I'll take one heavy duty rain.
some of these rains just. I've had them so heavy that you can't, I clear my gutters, I make sure before we get in the rain it's clear, but there's a rain that comes that my gutters can't handle it, and it just overflows like a waterfall. I have a wall. I think somebody that I know has the bigger gutters,
They're
And-
already.
and and they still overflow. It just, Mother Nature, you deal with her. Sometimes you just have to deal with her.
Well, the other problem is you clean out your gutters like you're doing, there's still free up on the roof, and then the heavy
In
rain,
the heavy rains, it comes off.
and that ends up back in the gutter, and it's the inlet side.
We love the trees.
Okay. We
You know,
do?
Yeah,
I don't know about the other. When I'm sitting on out of my courtyard, I'm just looking, it's raining. Oh, it's raining leaves. I gotta blow all those out. Yeah, that's Florida. I love it. All right, carports. We've started to look into that. We've had I'll let John.
we've had a request. Constant request,
Well, yeah, no, I want to talk.
periodic request to rethink additional. I think I could develop a list very easily of 30 to 35 people that would want. Or more. And we was always were hung up because how much is it going to cost? And then of course Lieber Posse got involved, and it was right in the teeth of COVID, and they couldn't get prices on materials, specifically
Rough
trusts. Yeah. Anyway, somebody wandered in the other day and wanted to know if we had any major projects that we were interested in doing. Just director of sales for this company, and I said no, not really. Then I thought carports, and a company called Venice Aluminum. He went back and talked to his corporate people, and they thought they could match our type of carport. The only thing would be different would be a composite roof versus the which nobody would see anyway. Currently, we have space in between, but this would be just a 4-inch composite roof for about $7,500 a space.
Rough.
Which a rough estimate, very rough, but would even be interested in if we got into this thing then very seriously, signing a long-term contract. If we would give them the ability to build 10 of them over a couple of year, 3-year period, they would hold the pricing.
So explain to me again, there's composite roofing system.
Well,
The underneath right now, all the staples and those pieces come down and.
Yeah.
Scratch cars, wouldn't be that. It'd be a 4-inch roof.
So it'd be open,
No,
underneath, that
Yeah.
you would not have a,
the covered.
well, you could
Yeah.
probably. All I'm saying is that it wouldn't be a rolled roof like we have now.
Right.
When you say composite, to me, that's like a built-up roof. Or,
I mean, we'll
they
find
don't
out.
have specs.
If-
We have the specs, yeah.
It's so
So-
just new, just like
Okay.
we.
but you would still have the joist spanning.
You would have to have it.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, but anyway, this is so in the beginning.
sure, okay.
I have a question about that, if I could. When you built those carports, weren't they designed for cars?
What?
Well, now everybody's jamming in these gigantic SUVs, trucks, everything.
No trouble. No
Well, only temporarily.
They're pretty good size.
The big new Silverado is huge.
Well, there shouldn't be a Silverado in there,
I know.
not more than.
Well,
Vehicle.
huh? I know,
Silverado.
My point, you know,
it's a family vehicle.
parking is designed, but then when everybody's doing everything else.
Nobody's
and
buying cars anymore. Some companies aren't even making cars anymore.
Okay, but that's my point, you know, there X amount of space
Right.
to park in these parking
That's what I'm
spaces.
thinking Escalade.
Well, anyway, I just heard that out there.
Oh, well, you have fun, you know. They would go. Car built, no such thing as SUVs, all station wagons and cars.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But,
And no seatbelts.
and no seatbelts.
And with seatbelt then,
And then would you have to, I don't know, consider like electric into the carports?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
mean
you
for
mean
charging
charging?
purposes? Every carport has an outlet unit currently. Not for charging purposes. People are charging it from the front of their unit.
No, I know, but if they
Yeah.
had a carport.
Some of them, they don't.
Yeah, but-
They're not on during the day.
they're not.
Like,
Not only that, I mean, who would get the spot that has the plug, or would you have plugs running everywhere? I don't think that would work. Charging vehicles.
Do we currently know how many people or units do not have a carport?
2/3.
I would say something of that nature. There's, I know the number in the 200s, 215, maybe almost half, maybe.
Have carports?
Yeah.
200.
The
Don't-
thing is, people have two cars, one carport. You know, like a lot.
park one in front of their place and the other one in the
I know,
carport.
yeah,
That's what we do that. They have a carport that's supposed to park it away from the front of their place.
yeah.
Good luck with that.
Well,
I
that's
know,
kinda-
I'm
kinda
just,
That's a
That's
courtesy thing. I would just,
I'm neighbor now.
if I had a second car and I spot right in front of my door,
You park in front of your door.
Yeah.
Why not?
I tell people when they come to visit me, I say, you know, park anywhere, just don't park in front of somebody else's door. Well, we have guest spots down at the entrance. But,
I guess,
we got a lot to go through with this carport thing. I mean, there's gonna be people who say, no, you can't put it there, 'cause that blocks my view. I don't want it there. And we're pretty much can't put it there.
I think you and I did a survey.
Yeah, we did a
almost
survey.
a
I
year
still
ago,
have it. Still have
Yeah.
it.
And we think we come up with about 10 fours.
At least,
Yeah.
and some twos and threes,
What's my name? on
there,
that?
there's gonna be also the fact that
Would be.
in the original bylaws, you know, the association is taking care of carpet. Everybody who bought in here originally was offered a carpet. I mean, it was the original buyers who decided, okay, do you want a carport with your unit? And they would, no, that's X amount of dollars more. No, I don't want it. And now you got people saying, no, I want it. But how do we do that with new carports being built?
You
The
know,
original bylaws say that we'll take care of the original ones, but what about the new ones? Is that gonna be taken care of by those owners?
When you say taking care of, what do you mean?
Painting,
Paint.
roof,
It should be, there shouldn't be any difference.
you're gonna have people who have it already. No, I don't wanna pay for theirs.
But that goes back to the whole thing, like. the
Then you
rules
gotta,
and
then you gotta
for
change your bylaw.
tech ball.
What if, people who wanted the carport paid for that space, like they would have if they had purchased it at the beginning?
Well, they're gonna have to take, we're not gonna give it for them.
But if they're looking for space,
Yeah,
say they were gonna add 4 spaces to our area. You're suggesting that the 4 people that get those spaces then are responsible for the
No.
care of?
Just the opposite.
that, the people who want the spaces pay for the construction like they would have at the inception of the
Correct.
Well, they are
community.
doing
But then they become common property, like all the other carports, and we.
And then the association is responsible.
Because they will be built on common ground.
When it's just like now with your carport, you don't own the carport, you have the right to park in it, you know, it's just like your condo.
Yeah.
The carport itself, the structure belongs to the
Yeah,
community,
you own the space.
right?
Yeah.
You just own the space, and it is deeded to you.
Just
Yeah.
like a unit.
Yeah.
You own the
And that's
inside.
another consideration, because if you do purchase a carport, it will cost you a little bit of money to get that added to your title. That is not cheap,
Yeah, whoever wants one is gonna be responsible for
the whole
All-
thing. So
costs.
what did Tony pay? Like $2,500 to get her deeds changed? It was changing 2 deeds, because she bought it from a neighbor.
Yeah, so she had to pay for it.
She paid for both
Not
deeds.
Tony.
Beth. Beth paid it. I think that's what she said.
But anyways, we're
I got hired attorney.
getting into that.
There'll be a lot of things to work out.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
Say,
Well, if we try to add spots where there is no pavement, I think we had one. We have to look at moving sprinklers and stuff like that.
Well, that's minor,
That's minor.
but the big thing, the people want them, and I mean, you know, we have some clusters that have the carports right in front of the unit.
yeah,
We have some that,
We have 2. Right in front of it.
I guess, to do that, everybody in that building would have to agree, even whether they had a carport or not.
Yeah, well, in ours, Tom has already said he would be fine with coming in front of his place.
Yeah.
Now, there's some other people in there, that's gonna block the view out to the road. So you're gonna have to get everybody's permission. If one person says no, then you get an issue. So, a lot of little obstacles. We're moving in that direction. And Dennis was he was gonna check with the contractor, and I'm surprised he's not here.
I am too.
So, but anyways, that's where we are right now on that. Anything else on that?
Not a credit.
Alright, owner's request.
Well, we still have that situation as a hangover. Bad term on, right after things are sick bad.
I was just gonna say.
And we do have somebody out today too. Because of it. What can I say? Anyway, the unit 364. Had a request in front of the committee to enclose the rear and make a courtyard. And we put that on hold this time for more review.
Well, we have a lot of issues with that, and I think we're gonna recommend that we not do that, because first of all, the one neighbor complained about them bringing a wall out, it's gonna block his view. He can't look like this. Second of all, that's common area. That's not their property, and if we close it in, and if something happens in there, that could be considered, we could be considered liable. Because that is common area.
Oh,
And then your next one you get is somebody else gonna wanna build walls out. Both sides and close it, and then that's,
but this one, just for clarification, this one already had 2 walls, right?
now they're gonna build one wall out.
Well, they have, it's only a few feet though.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to understand the reason.
7 feet, and that's the neighbor's complaining. He's already said, no, I don't want. We're pretty much obligated not to do that because he owns.
Theoretically, they wouldn't have to build that wall out. They could come at an angle, but they don't necessarily want to do that.
Yeah, but that's.
And then
They're
that-
planning-
We're gonna
they're
look,
planning for the square, yeah.
everything else around here is squared off.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted a courtyard, my thought is you should have bought one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I just think we're opening a can of worms, not gonna be I think we need to, that's just my opinion.
Well, and also the thing that they wanted to do with the plywood and. the
Yeah, they want to do plywood, it's not actually
It's not,
block.
well, they were doing that to avoid the roots of the trees. That's several big trees. But that would be a maintenance nightmare. The
Yeah.
plywood's not, and they even took plywood, if you look at their drawing, they took the plywood down below ground level. Below
God.
grade, and then stuccoed it, but that's just gonna weep up, and I don't care if it's treated,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a short life, and then. You get into that whole new can of worms.
But I think the common element is really the issue. Common ground belongs to everybody, but nobody goes into that area, but. I just think we're really opening ourselves up for a lot of, could be legal issues. Thoughts, Pat, and
Well, I guess maybe I misunderstood originally, because I thought he had 2 walls.
now he's got one, and then the other one is further back. And they would have to extend that one out to come over.
Okay.
That's,
And that's where the
That's-
neighbor has.
the neighbor has an issue, so that pretty much kills that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just overall, with it being a common ground, I don't know how you,
That's key, and,
Yeah.
and they bought into this place.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Have we allowed anybody else to close in a
No.
courtyard? Or some of them, you don't have to have the extra wall, I mean, you could just,
There's only about
There's two that have equal walls,
equal
and they're in a
walls,
line of walls.
right,
and those
John's
people
got one of them,
originally
right?
requested.
John West has one.
I don't remember.
No, it's down from John.
It's down.
Oh, I
It's
thought
about
that was.
4 years.
No, that's our friend Grace Ansel,
Yeah,
who's not there anymore. And new people were very happy to have it open. Grace always wanted it closed. I mean,
He was always
she always wanted the
complaining
association to do it.
but over in Spring Lake, there's an example, of one, they put a hedge and with a little opening, come out, I mean, it's,
That's the one over there by John's like that too, though.
yeah.
Got the.
So I think we'll suggest to her that that might be a thought.
Yeah.
Do I have a consensus on that? Everybody pretty much agree on
I
it?
think we need a motion.
We need a motion.
To disallow it.
Anybody opposed? That's a pretty. Okay. I think that's good. They won't be happy, but. Committee comment. Or do we have any other on the request?
No.
Camper meeting?
For the committee, right?
Oh, I'm not.
You're in the comments column, or you have a request?
Are you on?
Committee comment, committee comment.
I'm gonna ask a question,
Okay.
and it's kind of off topic, but. Okay.
We'll do it anyway. Okay.
In our directory on the website, can we have something with, and I don't know, Chris, you may have already been working on this, it's out there and I can't find it, that's a possibility, but. Pictures and names of our staff.
Yeah, we'll be on there. I got my pictures someplace.
Well, the board members. That's part of the board member.
Talking about
pay.
everybody in the
All the
But
staff,
the only
all the ground
picture
staff.
we've had-
ground staff.
Yeah, the only one we've had is that, but the holiday
Mhm.
that we put up.
But you don't have names.
We were talking, apparently, from what Barbara has indicated to me, she was going to do a picture of all the staff with names and the next newsletter.
That's what I heard too.
You know, it'd be great if it was, and you can take that picture and put it on.
Yeah.
But it really ought to be on the website, so I have the hardest time keeping up with it. So many are named the same.
Yeah, you got three Ed, you got three Ed, got a lot of AUs, yeah.
A lot of. What's your name again?
Yeah.
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 Okay,
Okay. This is our cul-de-sac here. You've seen it.
Yep.
Rumors of paint, rumors of getting rid of the mold.
yeah, that's scheduled.
Well, yeah,
What's your unit, 149?
no, Pinehurst B.
She's 158.
I have more pictures. Anybody need to see more?
We know exactly where it is.
We have the same.
Okay, so what's the deal?
Take it down.
Every year, just after the day of St. Patty's Day last year. We go around it, we do it in. We spray the mold and it lasts about a year. And so that now, we're gonna have Eddie and Jim to work on it. Excuse me.
Do they just the rims of the buildings, because there's also a front part with the scuppers that got mold growing on it?
Anywhere there's mold growing on, they're gonna spray it up.
Well, painting is that not really,
Not this year.
that's why I came to the meeting, because rumors are.
No, that's what we're trying to get one more year. So I would anticipate next spring
Yeah.
or earlier.
Okay, so mold's going because it's after St. Patty's Day. Well,
That's kind of.
Yeah.
what-
None-
It's there for the green,
Yeah.
Bring it there for the St. Patty's. After that, boom.
Yeah.
And it takes about 3 months to do it all. So in summer, it's usually where the vegetation is. Some of it is, there's none at all.
Yeah.
Some of it is your area.
Right now, if you walk around your cluster, there's only a certain spot where it is, and there's others where it's not.
Well, I do A, B, and C, and it's pretty good everywhere.
Yeah. No, there's more trees up there. That's one of the reasons.
Thank you.
But you bring a good point.
Any,
Hey, first,
the walkways and the issues.
He is, looks like we're gonna have to cover him with cells, but he is said he's not back until, what is it?
Oh.
September.
Oh.
That's, I'm gonna see him,
isn't his son running the business or something?
not very well, in my opinion.
Well, yeah,
He's not easy to get along with.
yeah, but he won't bring the staff out before his dad gets home from the.
No. No. Unfortunately, it's a bad situation.
Will we have enough time, to be able to do that with them and then have their way, by the traction code to those units?
If nothing else, we've got more than enough money to do those. We have to redo them. The owners,
Later.
yeah, which, but,
I did have a little issue with the one that reported the little puddles.
yeah.
Puddles on my top walk. I'm not complaining to the
The little puddle,
management to re-pour my sidewalk. There's a thing called a
Was
broom.
that
it's the same person that doesn't like the color.
Yeah,
they do not have the installation, but that's because it's the structure
Yeah, yeah. Before it was just going right downstairs. Yeah. A broom. You sweep off a little puddle off the sidewalk, cause I do it every time it rains. It's dry within 5 minutes.
It's actually cold out,
Yeah.
but, you know, it's not feeling slippery.
Okay. Anything else? We hear a motion for adjournment?
The third Monday of April is the 15th. That's a heinous day and stuff. But,
I am done.
if you're done, I worked on mine yesterday all day.
Yeah.
That work for everybody, 15th?
Is it,
Another Monday again, but it seems to work out well Mondays.
okay, at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Lot here.
I just said I turned mine in last Monday. Sent mine off. Got 2 new tax records later in the week.
Have records.
Yeah. So I have to redo them.
You said a record?
All right, motion adjourned.